may not cut that first bit off. Hello everyone and welcome to my live show. I don't come on live very often, so hope you can catch me if you can. Okay, catch me if you can. So while we're waiting here, I'll probably repeat this again when we get a few more people here. I sat. Well, I was off today, and I was lucky that the timing of this unveiling was kind of perfect for me because I was there. I could watch the whole thing, although it was very low key, wasn't it? Why is it anything that is to do with Diana is a low key? Let's not make too much of a big fuss of it. But hey ho. So the Queen and Prince Charles were they up in Scotland? They went up to Scotland while Prince Harry and William reunited to unveil the statue. So I might be better off if I put some sound on. Okay. Goodness me, I will get there in the end. Okay. So, hi everyone. Hello there. I found this unveiling hilarious. I'm sorry if I'm a little bit controversial and I'm not agreeing with. I'm just giving you my opinion. Hi, Karina. Hi there. I mean, you may think that it was a lovely statue, but let's wait until we get a few people on here first before we actually discuss this. Hello, everyone. Welcome to my live show. I had to come on this evening. I'm wide awake. I can't sleep. So I thought, well, it's this, it kind of put me off doing a proper kind of reading and a proper show because I didn't like it. I didn't like the statue. And I thought, I'm not going to do a reading about that. I really, honestly was looking at it like that. Oh my God. I did not know when that veil was pulled off. I did not know what to think about it. Things were running through my mind, and I just give you my opinion. I mean, you could put your own opinion there. You're allowed to say if you loved it, you thought it was amazing, you thought it was beautiful. But my guessing is that there's going to be a few people that are going to say tomorrow in the newspapers, they're going to give reviews on that statue. I feel there'll be mixed reviews on the way that statue looks. But I'm just going to give you my opinion, okay, of how I thought as soon as that was pulled off. And we'll wait until a few. Hi, Christina. Yeah, I was so disappointed. I was so upset when I saw that statue. And we will go through that in a minute, okay. Yeah, you was a little Kelly. Hi, Kelly. You was a little disappointed. I was a lot disappointed. I was a big fan of Diana, and I will talk about this in a moment, okay, as we wait for some more people, okay. So how are you guys? And welcome to my live show. I hope we get a few more people to talk about this. It is Princess Diana's birthday, and I wish Princess Diana happy birthday, Princess Diana, your 60th birthday. Okay, and 60 today is the new 30. Okay, 60 today is the new 30 because we look after ourselves, we glam ourselves up now, we're very conscious of health and all of this kind of thing. So So I'm sure that Diana would have looked absolutely amazing at 60. I'm sure she would have. Although looking at her brother, he's grey, isn't he? Silver grey is Earl Spencer. And I noticed the sisters too haven't aged very well either. They look pretty, like grey hair, and they do look their age. Um, and it was nice to see. I feel the Spencers. I don't feel that the Spencers would have like a great big gathering, or all this this circus of cameras everywhere. I feel the Spencers would have said, oh, ew, ew, we would like a very kind of small group of people, a very intimate gathering of family. I'm sure they would have said that. I'm sure Earl Spencer, because I'm sure he hates the media. Um, so I've got myself a cup of tea here, and got a fly in it, or a little insect. Can't steal my tea. Sorry, you're not stealing my tea. No one can steal my tea. So, hi everyone. So we've got a few people here. Thank you for coming. I don't come on very live. I show myself very often these days because I'm so busy. I try to come on, but I couldn't help it. I was twiddling my thumbs when I sat there and watched this unveiling. Well, first of all, this veil, this horrible green veil on top of Diana, okay. I mean, what a horrible colour. Maybe they could have chosen blue or something, a nice blue, like this colour maybe, nice light blue, maybe a royal blue. Maybe they thought, oh, we can't use the royal blue because it's royal is blue, but something a bit more flattering and than green, a green kind of cover. And the thing that struck me with that statue when poor Diana had got that veil over her, that the wind was blowing, and the wind was blowing, and I looked at it, I thought, oh my God, it looks like a ghost, it looks like a ghost kind of blowing in the wind kind of, and I thought that looks creepy. And there are kind of rumors that the the staff and people have seen Princess Diana a ghost walking around that garden. So the first thing when I saw that, I thought, oh my God, it looks like a great big giant ghost. And I, first of all, I thought that was horrible. I thought that, goodness knows what Harry and William thought when they saw that with that. They must have like shocking, So I didn't like that. I didn't like the colour of the sheet. I didn't like the fact that she looked like a giant ghost before they pulled that off. And so I don't know what your thoughts of it was. I was very disappointed. I was actually very upset when they pulled that off, and because I was like in shock. I was in shock when they took that veil off. I was like, "Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me?" I was expecting with that artist, because he's very detailed in emotional kind of statues, that he would show her loving emotion in her eyes. Um, you know, I just thought it looked like, I felt it looked like some kind of, this is going to sound awful, but when I first saw it, I thought it looked like a man, to be honest. Very kind of broad shoulders. Um, the face was, I felt the face was not delicate like Princess Diana. No kind of feminine. It seemed stripped of femininity. Um, I don't feel it looked like her. She was an absolutely stunning, beautiful woman with a beautiful figure. Why could they have not put? Why could the, I was what I was expecting? Okay, was a very kind of not regal looking woman, but of maybe standing to the side and showing off her profile, and a night, not a glamorous, but a long dress, maybe a long gown, and just and looking, because she's standing in a garden, looking at the garden. That's what I expected. And looking, showing her a lovely waistline and figure off. I mean, if they had to depict that picture, they chose that picture, okay, with that massive, great big, ugly belt. I mean, I remember back in the 80s, those, you remember those patent bloody belts? They were so ugly, with those great big buckles on. Maybe the boys didn't know. Maybe the boys didn't know about what was ugly back then, in the 80s, what women thought, oh my God, you're not wearing one of those ugly belts, are you? Maybe the boys didn't know that. I mean, if it was a woman that chose the outfit, I'm sure a woman would have said, well, maybe we should put Diana in a lovely feminine dress, and because she was very feminine, very beautiful woman, and maybe having a standing like an upstanding woman, maybe if you want to have children around, if you want to put children around that statue, maybe it should be a depiction of Harry and William. Why put a load of strange children around Diana when she's got two of her own lovely children? I didn't get that. That would have been a lovely kind of touch, to feel that she's got her boys with her. But instead, they unveiled this, it looked like a ghost, woo, look really blooming spooky, blowing in the wind. Oh my God, that looks like a ghost. And the boys are there, and then they pull it off. I pulled this off, and I was like, oh my God. I was stuck for words. I was like, oh my God, what is that? And that's what I felt. That's the first thing that I felt. I was so disappointed. I was so disappointed in that. It didn't look like her. It looked like a man in drag. It looked like a masculine. The top half of her body looked very masculine, yet she was a very trim, feminine woman. She had that ugly 80s belt on. That obviously they didn't understand the fashion back then. Thinking, oh, did the women back in the 80s feel that these thick, wide belts were ugly? Yes, we did. Yes, we did. Okay. So they even got that name, didn't they? Ugly belts. Those ugly belts, that go round your waist, and didn't kind of slappers wore them, didn't they? Oh my, oh my. You used to go out and you'd see these thick patent belts, these shiny belts with these mini dresses, didn't you, back in the 80s, or a shirt dress? Do you remember? And to put this great big ugly belt around a shirt dress, and it just looked so, and you'd look at them, oh, what a slapper. Slappers used to. I'm sorry. I'm not putting Diana down, but I just feel that this was not thought through properly. I don't. Um, why put one of those horrible, horrible, ugly belts? Even back in the day, we used to say, "Oh no, don't wear one of those belts. Wear a thin belt. It's much more flattering." Don't wear that no. Oh no 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 no. That's don't wear that. It looks bad. You'll look a bit tarty if you wear that. Even I used to say that about those thick belts. So I think they've got a few things wrong there. But I didn't feel, I felt the face looked masculine. I felt it looked like a man in drag. I felt that the body was too broad. It looked like a man, you know, with a wig on. That's how I saw it. And also I felt the children. I mean, she's got two children of her own. Why not put both William and Harry next to her? That would have been lovely. She loved her children. Um, I don't get it. I don't get it. It's ugly. I'm really upset. I was going to do a show straight after that. I was going to do a show. I was going to come on live or do a reading on it, but I was put straight off it. I thought, I can't do a reading on that. That is so ugly. That is so ugly. And it looks scary. It looks scary to me. It looks spooky. It looks scary. And and I thought, and I actually thought it looked similar to, when you go to Berlin or you go to Russia and all those like imposing statues that of Stalin, these dictators, they're all in that grey kind of color, that grey, very cold grey dictatorship color, and the architecture around it's all scary and very cold, like Stalin, And I thought it just reminded me of that. It reminded me of a Russian dictator, and it was cold. The color was grey, and I just thought, why do that to Diana? Why depict her in grey? Why make her look so unfeminine? And when she was so feminine, she was so beautiful. And I thought she looked like some kind of Soviet Union kind of statue. And I was horrified by it, actually. I was horrified. I don't feel it looked like her. I mean, why couldn't they have done a lovely, like a spiritual kind of, if you was building a spiritual figure or a spiritual statue, what color would you, what color would you have that statue? You would possibly, even a pale blue, even something very soothing and healing color. Maybe white. Maybe they didn't want to do white because it looked more ghostly. But I felt that looked more threatening, like that, like a dictator Stalin figure kind of color in a Soviet Union, in a very ice cold regime. That's what it reminded me of. And I'm sorry if you liked it, but I completely hated that. I hated it. It upset me, and I felt it looked very scary, very threatening in that garden. Um, I don't know what they were thinking when they designed that. That designer, that artist, apparently he can design, statues in movement with expression. I was expecting something with an expression. There was no expression there. An expression of what? an expression of like so Stalingrad, or an expression of Berlin, or an expression of Russia, you know, a cold kind of regime. She was the opposite to that. She was a warm, loving, caring, empathic human being. And I don't get why they have it in a grey, iron grey, cold, ice cold collar, looking like a man, stripped of its stripped of its femininity. No femininity there whatsoever, and a great big ugly belt that that slappers used to wear. Tell me what's good about that. Tell me what's good about that. So I'm sorry if you liked it. I was totally, utterly disgusted by it in every way. In every way. Even when it had the green cover on and it was hanging from the head, it looked like a ghost. It just was horrible, the whole thing. So let's have a look. Anna, I expected a white stone. Yeah, white, or even marble or something, like they have in Florence. In Florence, they have statues in white, and they look so elegant. That would have been lovely. And perhaps it inspired. Yeah, so I don't get, why didn't they make her just look like a lovely lady? A lovely lady. That simple, just the simpleness of that. And the caressing of the children. And I was watching River earlier on, and I really love River. I love I think he's funny, but I'm not agreeing with him. I actually felt it looked like a Stalingrad cold kind of statue, dictator statue. That's what I thought it looked like, and I was so upset with that, and so no, I don't like it. Full stop. I'm quite upset actually about it. So what's that? I expected white stone and a long garment. Yeah, me too. Perhaps inspired in the day Princess Diana danced at the Royal Opera House. Yeah, why not? Why not elegant? Elegant. I don't feel that the belt got me. The belt. Everybody knew back in that day that slappers used to wear belts like that around their short dresses. And even me, back then, I would say, no way. That's a big no-no. That makes you look like that makes you look cheap wearing those big ugly belts. No thanks. I won't wear one. No, that's a big no-no. I think everybody knows that about those big, thick, ugly belts. Let's have a look here. I expected white stone, perhaps inspired. Yeah, the children, I simply don't understand me either. Strange children are caressing them with their hands. I don't feel it's appropriate. And somebody said that it looks like the Netherland Ranch, with Peter Pan and the children. Let's have a look here. Maybe the final approval for the design came after the wife of Harry entered the picture, and so the boys didn't agree or didn't even talk about it. I'm sorry. I don't know how William and Harry can say that looks like, or it depicts their mother. They could have done something very goddess and statuesque. Statuesque. She was tall. They could have done something very statuesque. Just a simple, look how beautiful our mother is. Something very kind of healing and light, So I don't know. What did you think of it, guys? I've given you my point of view there. I hate it. I hate it. I doubt if I will go and view that. I would be upset to go and have a look at that. I just think it's horrible. It reminds me of Stalingrad, and Russia and Soviet Union kind of architecture. So yeah, I don't get it. I've been really looking forward to that. I think we all have been looking forward to it. We've all been looking forward to it. That belt, I remember back in the day, and I know I keep saying it and I can't get over it. I can remember back in the day, you just didn't wear a thick belt like that. It looked like a slapper, Um, no way. Oh God. I don't like it. I don't like it, guys. So I don't know what you felt. So let's have a look at your comments. Janie D. White. I agree. White marble. It should have been healing color. Have been not a nice color at all. They should have been at least a smile. Yeah. 'Cause that man's put a lot of hard work into it, and I just felt it looked like a man, you know. So let's have a look. I don't even remember seeing many photos of Diana wearing those big belts. Me neither. Maybe she wore them privately. The outfit choice is weird. It is. I felt that even the shirt, it's the sort of shirt you put on your granny, with the pleats at the front. Um, I don't even remember seeing her wearing them. Neither do I. The unbuttoned shirt is something Diana wouldn't have done. I don't see. You see, that's tarty, isn't it? Having a unbuttoned shirt and her collar was a little bit untidy. I don't see that. I just didn't. I just didn't like anything like. Don't think it was anything like her. Hi TLK, how are you? A flowy dress that had movement. Yeah, that would have been. That's what I was expecting. A lovely flowy dress. Walking in the garden. A little bit of romance. Would have been wonderful. Yes, a light stone. You're right. It was. She was tall, so slender. Even a hologram would have been better. Yeah, Debbie, it would have been. Yeah, it would have been. Why not put a hologram? And I've got flies in here. I don't know why. Sorry. It did look like Superman. Yeah, I was trying to think who that looked like, the face. It actually looks like Clark Kent. Clark Kent, and his hair. When he was Superman, I felt it looked like Clark Kent too. I do. I felt that it looked like Superman, the statue. Isn't that terrible? You look at the face. She looks like the statue looks like Superman, and the broad shoulders. Um, I think River was trying to be nice, but he seemed to. Yeah, I watched Rivers. I didn't. Yeah, I wasn't even going to waste time just doing a reading on that because I just found it hideous. I know. So Karen, I'm so disappointed. She should have had a flowing stance. That's what I was expecting. Um, just light and happy, like she's enjoying the garden. Wouldn't that have been lovely? Um, Instead, we've got like a dictatorship kind of Superman in a cold grey Russian Berlin architecture design. So what? Why? So I've got to shut this window. I'm getting mosquitoes, and I don't know why. Just bear with me 1 second, and I will be back to talk about this. Okay, tons of flies in here now, mosquitoes. So yeah, I'm not happy about that. I don't want to see I don't want to see our lovely Diana looking like Superman with a hint of you know a slapper with an ugly belt on and looking 10 times broader than I don't know 10 times as broad as Arnold Schwarzenegger. No, I don't want to see Diana like that. I'm so angry. What's that? Ingrid. The children representing the children that she has touched in her life. The baby with the AIDS and the cradled in New York City. The children she helped that had been injured in the landmines. Oh, well, that's lovely. It is. That's a lovely idea. But that I feel that what about her as a woman? You know, yeah. I think I just felt it's too masculine. I thought she looked like bloody Superman. For God's sake. Yeah, it was inappropriate. I'm glad you agree. You know, you've all got your own thoughts on this. Um, but even if she was sat down, let's say if you wanted to bring the children in with it, do you remember when she went around those landmines? She wore those nice skinny jeans or quite slimming, light-coloured jeans with a white shirt. Do you remember? And those children were sat on her knee. If they wanted to do a child that, why did they not use that figure? Why did they not use a child sitting on her knee? If they wanted to bring that in, instead they have this like incredible Hulk stood there and looking like Superman, you know. And I'm not trying to take the mickey. It's not out of Diana's respect, but yeah, mosquitoes. Yeah, I think one went in my tea actually. So, how are you guys anyway? Just thought I'd come and have a chat. Um, yeah, so I don't think I will go and look at that. Not at all. I think she's got a lot of statues, hasn't she, out there? And she's got some awful statues, so it's not going to be anything new to have an ugly statue. I think she's got a number of ugly statues. There's a black one in Birmingham, I think. But at least that black one is slim and it's got a nice dress on, you know, and it doesn't look like flipping Superman, Clark Kent. What's that? The body language. Yeah, we can have a look at that. I would love someone to read the body language of William and Harry when they uncovered the statue. What is Harry's hands on his hips signify? Maybe embarrassment. Well, they should have captured her beautiful smile. Yeah. Yeah, I feel the body language of I'm going to try and pick up intuitively of Harry. I just feel that they're so. I feel there's still a rift there, although they came together for this. I feel there is still a rift. Why do I feel there's still a rift? Because they were acting so different from each other, and I think they were doing this purposely. Because if you're not, you know, if you don't have a connection with someone and you don't want a connection with that person, I think you deliberately act the opposite to that person, like a polar opposite, like we're not the same people anymore and we're not connected anymore. I don't feel I've got anything in common with you anymore. And it's like they act opposingly, deliberately. So I felt they were doing that. Okay, and that's what makes me feel that that rift is still there, because that there is this like hatred towards the firm. And we all know that the Spencer, especially Earl Spencer, had this hatred towards the royal family, the firm, for what they did to Diana. And I noticed that William spoke to the Spencers for a very brief period, which was appropriate, and he moved on to the next person. Well, Harry purposely did the opposite. I don't know if you noticed that I was picking up on this. He stood and spoke with the Spencers for ages, like he had some bond with them and an agreement with them that he's also opposing the firm. So yeah, there was this air about being opposite to each other, and I picked that up. And so he was talking to the Spencers far too long for comfort before moving on to the next person. And and also with William, he was very reserved. He was very reserved, very kind of not being kind of laughing too loud, being too expressionate, and acting childish. So he was opposing his brother because he knows that Harry is very childish in that way, and he'd start to crack jokes and start to, when it is a very serious kind of unveiling. So he was trying to be appropriate to the occasion, because he has to be like that because he's going to be the future king. And he was being very measured, and behind William's back, he was doing elaborate gestures. Was Harry? So he was going like this across the, are you all right there? Like a kid, like a child would be. So there was this opposing body language of, and Harry was walking a bit kind of a bit more kind of less, a bit more loose, and I felt this opposing kind of energy between them. So because of that, and that says to me intuitively that actually William, they both were saying to each other, we're not on the same kind of level anymore. We don't have anything in common anymore. And although they had to pretend, I just feel that I felt that they were opposing each other's behaviour, very subtly, but it was there. So I don't feel that that's at all. It's just saying that I don't, we're on different paths. We don't have anything in common. I really don't want to, not after, I've kept very measured. I've been very professional, and I've been very reserved, and all you've done is opened your big mouth. So I don't feel that those two have made up at all. And I will do a follow-up reading on this. I will do because they were supposed to have a meeting after that unveiling, and I will do a reading on that. How did that meeting go? Because I feel that Harry was even more elaborate in his gestures, a bit inappropriate, really. And he stayed too long with the Spencers, having a joke and things like, what was that saying? What was that saying there? It was saying that I'm closer to the Spencers than I am with that lot. and why is that? So I will do a follow-up reading on that. I just want to. Hi everyone. Oh, got more people here. Thank you for coming. So if you've just joined us, what did you think of the statue? I've already given my opinion. And if you want to rewind afterwards, you can find out. What's this? Hi everyone. William looked like he wanted to pound on Harry like an older brother, lol. Yeah. TL Key, it had a woke feel to it. The groups that push woke mentally love total terror. I can't say that word. L. Spencer, something is off with him. I don't get that. He thought there was also something always wrong with Earl Spencer. He sometimes never used to get on with his sister Diana. There was always it was always a bit weird, that guy. No, I don't think he doesn't like anything royal, does he? That statue was just, it was horrendous. Amber, hi Amber, you wasn't a fan either. So sad, it's all coming out now, isn't it, that people just didn't like it. It just was not feminine. It just did not depict her beautiful soul, her beautiful energy. And it was grey and it was cold, like a Stalingrad kind of statue in Russia. There was no warmth about it. It looked like Superman in drag. So what's that, Amber? I felt like it didn't resemble Diana in her best light. Also, something just wasn't right about her face on the statue. But I hope the boys like you. That's all that matters. I couldn't make one lol. Okay. Deb, I noticed as the princes were coming out, there was a man showing them the way. Was that Sagayat? Possibly, because I did pick up, if you looked at that reading, the men in grey. Maybe I think they have got people like that stepped in now. And Yvette, that is some karma to think one marries a prince and then ends up an addict. No offense, I will pray for them. Okay. So Terry, hi Terry. I was so disappointed in the statue. Like you said, was too cold for such a warm lady, was harsh in the face, and she was always smiling. Yeah, I thought that. It came across as harsh, as cold. Everything about it, I didn't like it at all. I didn't like it. I didn't like the outfit. I didn't like the slutty belt that she had on. That horrible belt that I wouldn't touch with a barge pole back in the late 80s and 90s. That was for slappers. I just didn't like it at all. Yeah. Hi, Debbie said, Sel. I do not like the statue, Yvonne. Oh, no. I waited all day for that. I thought, what I'll do is I'll have a lazy day and I will put the TV on and I'll enjoy that. I'll sit and watch it and enjoy it. And that's, I was just taken aback. Couldn't believe it. It was just, to me, it was the equivalent to, excuse me, this Stalin dictator kind of statue. in the Soviet Union, so cold, like a communist kind of statue. It upset me actually. The colour. What I noticed first was the face. How, because that's what you would look at. You look at the face. It doesn't even look like her. In fact, it looks like a man. In fact, it looks like a Superman. Um, I don't. I feel they had something to do with this design. I don't feel they knew about the fashion because they didn't know about the fashion. You see, I feel these two boys and this man. They picked out a photograph. I don't feel that they knew what those big thick belts meant back in the day. You know, when you used to go to the nightclubs and anybody was wearing one of them, you think, it looked sluttish, didn't it? You know, and I remember even saying I won't touch one of those belts. No way. I'd be like, oh no, thank you. I will not wear that belt. And when I was watching River earlier on, I noticed he noticed the belt too. Horrible, horrible fashion choice. Horrible memories of that back in the day. People that used to wear those. So what I feel this was they wanted their mother depicting not as a glamorous woman or anything like regal. They wanted her depicting as how she was, that she loved the children and she helped children. She's very caring, very nurturing towards children, very, very empathic. They wanted that depicting. So they actually thank you for your donation. Thank you so much. Um, thank you. Oh, so sweet. And I feel that's what they were trying to do, is find that specialness about her, but they chose the wrong outfit. And I'm sure they didn't even think of the fashion. They just picked a photo with one of those great big thick tarty belts on, and that blouse was just horrible, wasn't it? That blouse, oh, unbuttoned, a bit slutty. Hi, Izzy. Thank you so much, Izzy, for your donation. Oh, you be blessed too. Oh, thank you so much. You're amazing. Thank you. So I actually pick up that they didn't think this through. They didn't think, oh, well, if she wears that big thick belt back in the 80s, wasn't that slutty? No, they're not going to say that. They're boys, aren't they? They won't have had a clue. And they wanted the to look, like she's around children. And they wanted her to look non-glamorous, I guess. They didn't want to. They wanted her to look real. So this is what I pick up, that they wanted her to look real, authentic, as she was, not too glamorous, down to earth. That's how they wanted her depicting. And this is what we get. This is what we get. Okay. Thank you. Thank you for your donation, Sal. Thank you so much. Thank you. Well, that's all going to help because I'm going to go for surgery soon. As you know, I'm struggling. If you've been following me, hopefully go for surgery soon. I thank you so much for your support. You mean the world to me, you do. So I would say that they didn't really think it through. I think she might have been better sitting like on a make-believe like little wall and and like when she had that white shirt on and pale trousers, maybe a lighter colour, um, and possibly having a child on her knee if they wanted to depict her as an authentic being, a person who loves to care and that. But what they've done is just why it's not even a posture that she had, was it? She looked like I'll tell you what she looked like. She looked like it looked like a fishwife there with her 10 kids back in the 1800s, you know, hard as iron, cold as ice, and say, come on, get yourself in. It's time to get in. Pulling her children back in to the home. That's what that looked like. You know, it looked like a really tough kind of cookie woman. You know, oh, come on, come on. You know, that kind of really steely kind of woman. Nothing like her at all. Nothing like her at all. And I'm so annoyed. I'm so fed up. I love that lady. And there was, you know, so many opportunities to oh. Okay, Terry, I thought we would have been her sitting down like when she was in India on a bench. She was unhappy then, though, wasn't she? They should have had her famous head tilt too. Oh, bless. The old fishwife. Yeah, she did though. I'm sorry. I'm a northerner. I'm not. I'm straight. You know, you see what you get with me, I'm afraid. And she looked like a fishwife. Come on, get them kids in. We've got 10 kids here to get indoors. We've got to feed these kids. That was funny. She came to me. She looked like a man, a butch, but if that was a woman, that was a fishwife. I'll tell you. Her expression in the statue was not very warm or nurturing. Oh, Karen, I know. And Kelly, oh, maybe sitting on a blanket on the grounds with children. She's in a garden, I know. It's odd. It's all very odd. I'm so disappointed. Considering Diana, Susie Woozy, hi there. Considering Diana has been gone over 20 years, you would have thought that statue would have been absolute perfection. They could have, what's that, an NMCN? They could have done her with a skirt, with her skirt, holding the children at the nursery. The time when do you remember that see-through skirt? Do you remember when she was 18, when she was holding that child? And Sunny Days, I think they needed a female input. I do too, and I feel that's what's missing is the maternal input. It just looks like men have designed that exactly. Put your finger right in it on it. Yeah, I think that's true. I feel there's a lack of femininity there. There's a lack of femininity understanding. It looks very manly, and didn't it have? Why didn't it have Harry and William as children? Why not? Why wasn't the second kids Wills and Harry? That's what I was thinking. I think she would have loved that, to take her own children around the garden, like she's showing the children around the garden. Amber and Brendan, it really didn't hold an angelic nature. I agree. She looked like a man. They ought to take it down then, didn't they? Put something else up there. That's just not. If it wasn't said, it was Diana, I wouldn't have known. Debbie said, you've got to go into acting for a hobby. I've thought about it, actually. I've thought about it. I thought I could go into acting. That'd be a good fishwife. And uh, she was no, I don't feel she was an angel. We didn't have to depict her as an angel, but maybe just when she was sitting holding the child on her knee while she was out doing those missions, what she was doing. Thank you, Debbie. Oh, River, yeah, I'd like to hook up with River. Well, not in that way. I know that he's not. He's I'd like to do a collab with him. It would be fun. I could wear a tiara, and yeah, that'd be fun. Okay, guys. Thank you for your lovely company here this evening, and it took me a while to come on here tonight because I was just I can't do a live show on that stupid statue. I don't even like it. But I thought about it and I thought about it and I looked at the statue again and I thought, I'm absolutely right here. It's a horrible statue. It's just horrible. And let's have a look here. I might go into acting. Who knows? Yeah, I think I might. I've always wanted to do amateur dramatics. Yeah, I'd love to collab with him. I'll maybe get in touch with him one day. Yeah, I should do the Queen's voice. Yes, I could do the Queen. Yeah. Sorry, got a fly's gone in my damn ear. Oh. Megan probably want that statue in her backyard. Actually, she maybe have a Diana statue. I think she may have heard all about us complaining about this statue, that she's going to commission a statue for her garden. And Diana will look so angelic. Can you imagine that? She will look so angelic, with her doe eyes and all that kind of thing. Come and look at my statue. Come and see lovely Diana in my garden. I'm sure she would like to compete with that statue, wouldn't she? I think they should do another statue that would do that justice and get rid of that one, honestly. Yeah, do her own unveiling and all that. Do it all properly. Thank you for the surprise chat, Yvonne. Seems we're all in agreement with you. Oh, right. Yeah. Yeah. Rubbish. What a pathetic statue. I hope. Okay. Some people will love it, but I hate it. I really hate it. I was so upset. So I'm going to say thank you for coming, and it's been great company. Lovely to see you. And on these rare occasions, I do come live, although I'm a little bit struggling at the moment. But I just want to say thank you for coming, guys. Thank you for your donations. Thank you. Just love all of you. Okay. And I do love all of you, and I appreciate all of you. And thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. So I'm going to say we're all in agreement here. It looks like it, doesn't it? We're all in agreement. We don't like it. Take it away. Put another one there. One that we like. A nice colour that doesn't look like Stalingrad, and a communist statue, cold as ice. And also resembles Superman, going to take off into the air any moment. And has the shoulders of I'm really taking the mickey now, aren't I? Shouldn't. And I was going to say, a lady of the night belt on. Oh my, that belt is a big no, 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 no. So good night, everyone. And oh God, somebody take it away and put a nice light blue, real pale blue, or even if they don't want to put white, a nice pale blue, and depict her beautiful, feminine, warm empathy that doesn't depict it at all. Okay. And I'm sure lots of other people tomorrow are going to say the same. Sending you lots of love, everyone. Thank you for coming. Love all of you. We keep getting these disappointments. Bye for now.